Yo, what is good, YouTube? I can officially say in this video, I have found the best popper build in NBA 2K22 current gen. This build gets Hall of Fame finishing with Hall of Fame shooting. And overall, this build is insane. This build right here is going to break the meta of NBA 2K22. And when I tell you guys right now, when you make this build right here, you will become unstoppable. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Let's go! This year will be my year.
I love Chris
Let's
Rich.
go!
Got a baddie in the cockpit, look. Niggas saying to him stop it. Pick up a check, tell Drilly to drop it, look. I know the rope and heck it. Keep a 30, can't stress, look. Bitches want me cause I'm flexing.
Keep grinding, random. Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Kirby's Prime, and you already know I'm in my prime. Now, in this video, as you guys can clearly tell by the title and thumbnail, in this video right here, yes, this build is my Rebirth build, but this build right here is better than the rest of the popper builds in NBA 2K22 current gen. I found this build accidentally, but you guys, this build is utterly insane. You guys, I'm a popper with Hall of Fame finishing. Dog, do you know how overpowered that is? Hello? Like, what? This build has the potential to break NBA 2K22, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what this build can do, and I'm gonna give you guys a rundown about this build. But before we get into this video, before I give you guys the keys with this build, I'm gonna need every single one of you guys to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. If you haven't done any of those things, pause the video right now. Pause it. Are you done that? Say less. You done that? Say less. But yeah, guys, can we get this video to 100 likes? Can we get this banger video to 100 likes? Your boy might have just broke the game. He might have. Also, please follow the links in the description. Those are my social medias. Also, if you have any questions about the build, feel free to hit me up in my DMs, man. Feel free to hit me up. But hey, this is enough talking, so let's go ahead and get right into this video. Always, never forget, hashtag keep grinding, random. Alright, so guys, like I stated earlier in the video, I'm gonna go over and show you guys why this build is better than the basic popper and why this build is gonna be game breaking later on in the year. Basically, this build is gonna be the new popper of the year. I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be the new meta of this game. I'm gonna go into detail and I'm gonna explain on why I feel this way and why this build is gonna be so dominant later on in the year and why it's gonna be dominant right now. So guys, for starters, what you want to do is you want to set your position as power forward. Handlessness, you could do left or right, but I went with left-handed because personally I like the feel of left-handed shooters on this game. You can generally feel a difference with that, so I went with left-handed. Now you want to continue. Now when you get to the skill breakdown, you see right now with this pie chart right here, I have a 75 driving dunk right now with an 80 standing dunk. And on this pie chart right here, I have a 69 three-pointer, but with a 78 driving dunk. The only difference between these two pie charts, this one gets Hall of Fame shooting with Hall of Fame finishing, while this one gets Hall of Fame finishing with gold shooting. Now, the only differences in terms of that is the stats, the attributes, and badges. Instead of getting half and half, you're getting one Hall of Fame and one gold. So overall, this is going to be the better option. This is going to be the one that you want to go with because you're going to get a 71 three-pointer with a 75 driving dunk off rip. But once I show you guys what I'm gonna do to change that, you're gonna see why I made it the way I made it. Now, in terms of the physicals, now the reason why I wanted this build the way it was, I looked at the speed vert. When I went with the speed vert just to see it off rip, it gets a 66 speed with a 74 vertical, while at the same time it gets a 68 speed with a 64 vertical if I don't go speed vert. But when I went speed vert, I saw that the name of the build changed, and I wanted the build to have a certain name. But overall, I've gotten to try both of them. Like I made two different versions of the build, but at the same time I've tried both of the builds and I really didn't see much of a difference between the two. So it's better that you guys might as well go pure speed. The same thing with the basic popper on this game. Pure speed is better than the speed vert pie chart on this game in terms of the poppers. Now I'm not really sure about the insides, but I'm just going based off of what I've seen with the popper. Alright, so guys, first things first, the first thing you want to touch is your close shot. You want to max that out to an 89. Your driving lip, you want to cap that out to a 74. Your driving dunk, you want to cap that out to a 75 with the 80 standing dunk. Right now you should have about 15 finishing upgrades, nothing less, nothing more. That is more than enough. I'm going to explain later on in the video why I have it this way, why everything is set this way. But right now, just to give you guys a small basis on why I have my finishing this high. Now, one thing I've noticed with the insides, the more finishing they had, the more overpowered the build is. Like with the insides, like just think about it like this. You have limitless takeoff, you have posterizer, slithery, pro touch, fast twitch. Those things are going to go hand in hand. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's crazy. you're gonna be flying over kids with fast twitch, limitless takeoff, posterizer. Nobody's gonna stop you once you get to the lane. And on another note, yes, this build can get contact dunks. Yes, this build can get contact dunks. But we're gonna go, once I show you later on in the video, it's gonna all make more sense. Now, in terms of the shooting, you want to cap that out to a 74 for your mid-range. Your three-pointer, you want to cap that out to a 71 with your free throw at exactly an 85. Right now, you should have 15 on the finishing, 15 on the shooting. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, in terms of the playmaking, I put my pass accuracy at exactly a 50. I got to be able to make a pass. Now, one thing I've noticed with this build, I've never been one of those people that likes to put playmaking on their center, but you know, in terms of this game, I am taking a risk. I am taking a risk not having playmaking on my center. Now, I probably don't need 15 finishing, but personally, I like the 15 finishing, and I like the 15 shooting. But later on, I might make another version of this build, but right now, this is what's working, and it's been working, so it's no point in me changing it. If it's not broke, why fix it? You know what I'm saying? Now, in terms of the interior defense, you want to cap that out to a 69. Your perimeter defense, you want to cap that out to a 61 with a 60 lateral quickness and a 51 steal exactly. Nothing more, nothing less. Right now, you still have one defensive upgrade. Now, in terms of your block, you want to cap that out to a 73. Your offensive rebound, you want to cap that out to a 67 with a 75 defensive rebound. Right now, you should be 15, 15, 1, 11. Now, don't get scared, don't get nervous. I'm gonna show you guys what badge setup to run with this build, so that way you won't be looking slow and stupid out there. I'm gonna put you on, I'm gonna get you right. Now, after that, in terms of body shape, Burleys and builds get the greatest animations for some odd reason in this game, so you want to go Burley as your body shape. You want to go 6'8" for your height. You don't want to go 6'9", because if I go 6'9" and then just say I don't touch my weight or whatever, the weight thing really doesn't matter right now. Just say I don't touch my weight, right? I go max wingspan, I'm gonna have a 68.3. Now, a 68.3 really isn't terrible, but I want you guys to keep in mind this build is a popper build, so I would just be putting myself at a disadvantage if I went 6'9" instead of 6'8". Alright, so as you guys can see, once we're at the badge, you have 15 potential finishing, 15 potential shooting, 1 playmaking with 11 defensive. Let's go ahead and start on the defensive. Now, I know you guys see, oh my god, he has 11 defensive upgrades. Okay, now in terms of these badges, I'm gonna show 2 different badge setups that might work for you. One might work, just it depends on your playstyle, and the other one might work depending on playstyle. Now, in terms of a competitive situation, or you're going into something that's extremely competitive, now in terms of intimidator, you're gonna want to put that on gold. Rim protector, put that on gold. Rebound chaser on silver, with silver brick wall and bronze clamps. Now, like I said, I've tested out the badges, I've seen what works and I've seen what doesn't work. Now, in terms of the silver brick wall, the screens are still going to hit. I'm telling you right now, I put on bronze clamps because regardless of the situation, you still got to be able to guard ball. You still have to be able to guard ball. Rim protector on this game is a must because of the paint defense. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So you have to be able to get stops. Now, the rebound chaser, like I said, don't get discouraged. Remember, at the end of the day, I'm giving you what I have seen, what I've tried, and what's gonna work. This badge setup right here is gonna be the first one. So let me go ahead and give you guys the second badge setup right now. Now, in terms of shooting, you have exactly 15 upgrades. You want to be running gold catch and shoot, Hall of Fame sniper, Hall of Fame hot zone hunter with gold limitless spot up and bronze green machine. This badge setup right here is going to be the most effective for this build, and if not, you need to have your badges looking just like mine. Now, let's go into the next one. Now, in terms of playmaking, you only get one, so you need to choose wisely. You can either run bronze bailout, or you can either run bronze unpluckable. Now, in terms of me, if I see a lane, I'm going straight up in terms of a dunk, so I'm not passing out. So personally, with this build, since you only get one, I think that is the smartest option. I'll either go bronze unpluckable, bronze bullet, or bronze bailout. But personally, for me and anybody else that's using this build, put bronze unpluckable on. Now, in terms of the finishing, you have exactly 15. You want to be running Hall of Fame posterizer with Hall of Fame limitless takeoff. This duo, this combination right here is probably the most overpowered finishing combination we've had in years. Like, limitless takeoff is overpowered. You're flying over defenders. They're not touching you. They're not taking you out that animation. They are not. Now, in terms of fearless finisher, you can run that on Hall of Fame, gold, silver, It's up to personal preference, but personally I think you should run it on gold. Now fast twitch, I run this on my popper on silver, and I go straight up every time with the badge only being on silver. And then for the last one, you can either put on Giant Slayer or Pro Touch. Now I thought about the Lob City finisher, but you guys got to keep in mind you have Hall of Fame finishing, so it's no point in you even running Lob City finisher at all. Now for the last one, you can either put on silver Giant Slayer or silver Pro Touch. Now personally, I went with silver Pro Touch because of, like I said, I've been testing the build out, I've been using the build for a while, so I've got a feel for the build and I've seen what works. Silver Pro Touch, Hall of Fame posterizer, Hall of Fame limitless takeoff with silver twitch, and gold fearless finisher is going to be the bad setup you want to run. Now if you want to change some stuff up, go ahead, but this is what has worked for me. Putback boss is really for pausings. If you're still doing pauses on this game, if you're on a 610, go crazy, but this build is not 610. I'm not getting no pausing animations, but this is what's going to work for this build right here.